I'm Serge from SkyComp Solutions, and today I want to show you a few things about Microsoft Teams that might help you make it more efficient for your business. So most of our clients we're seeing are using Teams for communication, and they're basically using it for instant messaging chat between employees. And if they have multiple employees, they're just setting up a chat room with multiple people in it. And there's some extra features in Teams that you might want to use that will make this a little bit more efficient. So we can see on this demo computer, I have a few chats set up. Some are individual, some are groups with multiple people, some are just 2 or 3 people. Those work fine. The downside of ending up having a large group is every time a message comes through, you're gonna get a prompt, you're gonna get disturbed from work. But there's times in a remote workforce where you want a place for people to chat, but not necessarily get interrupted from work all the time. So there's this other section in Teams called Teams. So most people are just using the chat section, but the Teams section lets you create areas or teams with channels, and you get some similar prompting, but it's not so much of an instant message chain. You're able to see different threads and different communication. So what can happen in your chat is this could have potentially multiple conversations going on, and they're all intermixed with each other, and it can kind of be hard to find the actual specific information you need to find. In Teams, you're able to have threads within a team. So I created my first team here, and it starts with a general channel. And again, to create a team, right down here, join or create team. And if I create team, and the easiest is from scratch, I can choose if I want to do a private or a public. So normally I start with a public for everybody in my organization that can join. If you have something more specific, if it's going to be an accounting team that only certain people should be part of, you want to create private, and then you can invite those specific people. So I'll create public and second team demo and create. And as soon as you create a team, it will then ask you to add members. So I'm just going to add a couple quick members here. So it'll automatically find names that are in your organization. We can add them. When you add them in their teams, they'll get a notice that they've been added to the team, and it will automatically show up. And you can see this starts automatically with a general channel. So this could be departments. You might create a finance department, and then maybe in channels in there, you would create accounts payable, accounts receivable, invoicing, different things so that they're kind of topic based. Or you can just create the team and do general and leave it at that. If you wanted to create another channel, so I click add channel. I would set my security, description, however, so by default is everybody that has access to that particular team can see this channel. And I click add. And we can see this channel shows up. So if I collapse this second team demo, both channels disappear. And if I jump over to the other computer and I go into my teams, we can see I was added to the second team demo. You just saw me do that. And on this other machine, that channel automatically appeared. So what's neat is inside of a channel, you can have multiple conversations. So let me just do a new conversation here. So on this side, you can see I got a notice, I have activity, so I'll know that something's in the channel, but I wasn't specifically disturbed from work. So this is, again, more of a feature, not for an immediate response, but if you're calling out to a team, hey, has somebody talked to this client lately, or I'm trying to find this information and it's not very timely. If you need an answer right away, I would recommend a direct message chat or pick up the phone and talk to the person directly. But this is more of an informal chatting type area. So if I go to my second channel, I can see this, and I can do a reply, but then also I can do a new conversation. So now in that one team channel, we can have multiple conversations with multiple people. We're doing an example here with really only 2 computers, but imagine your team of say 10 sales associates and people asking about a certain thing or a pricing on a product, or do we have stock on this, any way that your team normally communicates. And this is the type of thing that in an office, you'd have a quick stand-up meeting or somebody would walk over to the desk, but now working from remote, that's a little bit harder. This area kind of fulfills that piece. So in the teams, I can reply to one conversation, and the other conversation is separate. So people can reply to individual conversations, which then collects things. And if I come back, if I was say at an on-site or with a client meeting, and then I came back 2 hours later, I could easily catch up on what's going on. And I could read the first, oh, this is about a client I don't deal with, or a department or an area that doesn't involve me, so I don't need to read all the details. Oh, this one is my main client, or something that I'm responsible for, I want to understand. Okay, I'll read through that thread, which becomes a little bit more difficult to find that if you had one big sales team chat where everything is a huge stream and it's a single stream of text that spans multiple chats. There's a very big advantage of collecting these. To give you an idea, at SkyComp, we employ an awful lot of teams, and so we have general support. So when our technicians have a question on something, it's not super timely, it's not critical, they can put questions. Oh, is anybody having a problem with this? Has anybody seen an issue with that before? We have some emergency response areas, or we have a team for rollouts and configurations. So when we go on site and do a big server upgrade for a client, our project specialist will add to that team saying, oh, for ABC company, we just changed this server around, we deployed this, and that will be another thread in that team, and people can kind of go and pick up that information. We disseminate that information in different ways, and documentation, of course. This is a very good, quick, topical way, and it's something that we really see as underutilized from a lot of clients. They don't think of clicking on that Teams icon, they don't really understand it. So I'm hoping this little demo will get some ideas going here with you. If you have any questions about this, give us a reply, reach out to us. If you'd like us to expand on any area a little bit more and describe it, we'd be more than happy to do a follow-up video to give that instruction and help out. But I just wanted to give you a quick introduction to the Teams section of Teams, and hopefully you will find this helpful and make you a little bit more efficient with Microsoft Teams and working from home. If you want to see some more Teams videos from SkyComp, you can click here. And if you want to look at our big playlist of all different things that we've been producing, you can click here to see our channel.